Hi everyone, I'm Jen. Thinking cap. I think today we put on our thinking caps on a little more snugly. Today, November 2nd, 2017, was the first day of our collective intention exercise, and we are practicing our, quote, superpower to see if we can change the Volvo logo to become a female version now instead of the male version. And just as a side note, I come from it was just a circle version. But we are not doing this for just on a whim. We are doing this to practice for when we really indeed need our superpower abilities to collectively think our way so that we can bring love and goodness into the world when it is most needed. And I know that we have the power to do that. We just need to practice first. And we are doing that. So there's a whole bunch of synchronicities going on. I'm going to say these out of orders because there are too many. But I just finished a video with watching Patriot Patrick. So glad you found a way home, buddy. But we watched his video that he had today. Awesome video. Everyone needs to see it. Everyone needs to see it. And he used the term thinking cap. Well, that's the title of this video that I've been working on. And I jotted down some notes, but now I don't know where that piece of paper is, and I don't care. I'm just going to talk about it. I had done several steps of the thinker. I had written, I've thought about the word think for so long, ever since Mandela Effect messed with my Beatles. And then once I started looking at these as benevolent clues for us to help ourselves, I thought, why would they change what would you do to what would they think? And I'm saying they as if it's not us. I feel like it's us giving ourselves this clue so that we can help ourselves. Sounds weird, I know, but I feel like it's true. So before we were very action-based, and the focus now before is just my previous experience. I don't think these timelines are linear necessarily, since we're also merging, so that's not linear either. But anyhow, so what would you do is action based. So and also that Mama's Papa's song, it's now switched to pretend to pray, because that's what many people are doing. They're just going through the motions. They're just doing it, as the Beatles originally said. They're just, but we have to think. We have to also not just go through the motions of doing love, genuinely mean it. If you're just going through the motions to help your fellow man, we can tell it's not real, because the feeling, the intention is what is felt and what counts and what resonates and what we vibrate at. And I know a lot of thoughts are coming through my mind. So anyhow, I wrote a poem about it, and that was, I think, only 3 or 4 versions. And then I wrote, thanks to Tommy Khan and Harley 428, I became a YouTuber because of, yes, a fire-breathing dragon. So that was my first video, and then I gave them a thank you video, I think under synchronicity, because that's what I named the fire-breathing dragon. So, but I explained that more in that one. And so because of them, I'm a YouTuber now, not just a watcher, but, you know, I can't believe I have this channel. So, so then, you know, I shared my What Would You Do song that I wrote, and egad, I sang it. And I shared the poem that I had written called The Thinker. And then I shared my experience of The Thinker with my mom, who's a non-MEer, who actually went to France and saw the Rodin statue herself and brought back photos to prove to me that, see, the statue does align with the history. And, you know, I love my mom, and she's concerned about me. And of course, I'm concerned about a lot of things, including humanity, which includes her. So we're all, you know, loving each other in our own ways. And she doesn't quite understand the awareness that what we are privileged to. I just did a video on we are privileged. So that's even synchronicity. Anyhow, so I have these videos like building up to this moment, and then tonight, okay, so at 2:22 I did the Vision Volvo. I actually did the playlist so I could listen to it 22 times because I'm like really wanting to do this. So I listened to the link on the reminder I sent out today. There's a link in there that actually does it for 22 times with the music voice instead of just that corny image that I drew. Shane, do my voice on top of your image because your image was great. Anyhow, so I wanted to, so I did that at 2:22. Then, you know, have to be an earthling and do non-Mandela affected life things. And then I come back home, and the first video I want, or that I catches my eye, is The Thinker by Lone Eagle. So I watch it. And I didn't even watch all of it because it just blew my mind. Well, first of all, you know, I don't think maybe they mentioned it later, but they never mentioned, you know, that the elbow is switched to the right, from the right to the knee to the left knee. This hand covering the mouth thing, that's been there for a while. That's on my previous videos and stuff. But this, the head with the growth coming out of it, to me, is looking like a thinking cap. And maybe they talked about it too. I don't even know. It's just, it blew my mind because I felt like I was going to do this video called The Thinking Cap, that we've put our thinking caps on. And I was even, you know, Harley 428 had done, I believe he did a video. I don't think he and I talked about it, but because I knew him through the videos before knowing him. But, you know, so he had this Mandela effect experience. I also receive unexplainables, which I put on my unexplainable playlist. So I received an unexplainable where I actually knew more than he put in the video. He just told me that tonight. So anyhow, but through him, maybe through the 100th monkey theory, hello Texas, I somehow knew, gosh, too many thoughts are coming through. Goodness gracious. So all these things, all these synchronicities are happening. I know I'm speaking in half sentences. And I want to do the video. And but then Harley calls me in the middle of me trying to get my notes ready. And we have an amazing talk, as always. And and then the first thing I do before starting my video, I only pick one out of all of the waitings for me to watch. And I pick Patriot. This is the bookend to my little story here. I pick Patriot Patrick, and he uses the phrase thinking cap. What is going on? Did we put the thinking cap on the thinker by putting our thinking caps on, by trying to collectively, oh, I'm vibrating now, by collectively practicing, by exercising our superpower of collective thought. Yes, who cares in the end what shape it is? All of us have masculine and feminine energy. It's not about changing a male to a female or whatever. We all have masculine in us. We all have feminine in us. So it's not about that. So it's not about the logo. It's about exercising so we can practice, because my gosh, we need it. We need to be able to use this. And I think we, Harley's, capital W-E, we put our thinking caps on, thanks to Lone Eagles showing me the thinking cap thing growing, and then Patriot Patrick using the word thinking cap. So yes, I had to kind of free flow this without, uploading it several times before I actually send the final version. I don't know how to edit. I just put my finger over the lens, stick some YouTube bubbles on it, sometimes some music, and that's it. I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional Amir. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I think I'm a professional human being. I don't know. Certainly have had enough experiences for one. But all I can do is share my experience. And like I've said before, each of us have a piece of the pie. Each slice of pie is as important as the other. And guess what? Mandela effect is only a slice of the pie of the grand picture. And the grand picture is a bakery of pies. All right. Lots of love to everyone.